is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline, coast to coast.
Hey,
it feels like we haven't been alone in here for a while. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I miss us. I really do miss us.
So it's an us day.
Yeah. See if I can fart the place
I
up.
figured that was coming next.
I haven't farted in like a week. I'm ready to check myself into a hospital. Is that healthy, Drew?
For emotional stress?
I'm not feeling good about myself. Let's see if I can get something going. All right, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Let's get right to the kids. What do you say, Drew?
Yeah.
See if we can help them out. Tomorrow night, Nikki Cox will be in here. She was on Happily Ever After. Oh! Yeah? That show? Was that the show? What was the show? What? Oh, Unhappily Ever After. Okay.
Same thing.
Same thing. That's the show where our old friend Bobcat was the voice of the rabbit. I know it all sounds. The puppet. It all sounds surreal. Now her and Bob are either married or engaged, and she's got a new show coming out that's coincidentally named Nikki. So she'll be in here tomorrow night to talk about how good looking she is. Jillian?
Yeah.
You're 14.
Yeah.
What's up?
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Great.
I had for probably about 3 months now, I've had a really weird smell coming from my groin.
3 months.
Uh-huh. You know, that happened to me once when I was in high school. It turned out a possum crawled into my ass and died. And I didn't know.
Baby possum.
Oh yeah. It wasn't full. No, not full grown.
Yeah.
A teenager.
Yeah. Okay.
What's a possum at 15 months?
Mm-hmm.
Is that full grown?
No, it's just prepubertal. Yeah.
Prepubertal possum?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, they don't like the light, and one of them crawled up my ass, and it died. And I didn't notice, and then I started noticing a smell, and I blamed it on my folks.
That was the last time I think you hadn't farted for a week.
Right, I farted.
You passed it. Past the possum. Past the
possum.
Past the prepubertal possum.
Please. Yeah. So that's what happened to me, so you don't think that's what happened to you, Julian?
No, I don't think so.
No. Now, are you circumcised?
No.
Okay.
No.
That can be a source.
You got to work that area.
Yeah. Keep it clean and dry. And then, around your age, all kinds of funky smells start coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you got to get used to dealing with that, the hygiene and deodorants, and that's where colognes start coming into your life right now.
Let me explain the uncircumcised penis for a second. It is like a convertible, which is, kind of nice, has its perks. It takes a little extra work. A little armor all on the top, a little cleaning. You get that back window, gets all fogged up.
Yeah.
Gets all bad. It takes a little extra. It's a nice option. Takes a couple minutes extra a week to sort of keep that option up.
And it's a closed space, and bacteria love oxygen-deprived areas. They grow like crazy.
Does that have to do with cars? Kristen?
Yeah.
And why does that bacteria stink so much?
The
what is
anaerobic
up with
ones,
that? Whatever.
Yeah.
Why?
It's just those.
When the stuff gets moist, when stuff gets moist, it smells because that's where the bacteria is.
Yeah.
And when it gets dry, that desert never stinks. You notice that?
Right. It's the rainforest.
Right. Kristen, that's why we got to cut that place down, turn it into deserts, so it don't smell so much.
They're working on it.
Kristen, you're 15.
If you're stressing too much, does it cause your period to be late?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it can, but you first want to make sure you're not pregnant, because that's the number 1, 2, and 3 reasons.
One time when I was about your age, a possum crawled up my vagina. Uh-huh. Yeah.
You've been using them as tampons ever since?
Well, the tail works.
Kristen?
Uh-huh.
So, what's the situation?
I'm kind of like freaking out. I'm not sure if I'm pregnant or not.
When did you have sex?
Saturday.
Why don't you take the morning after pill?
I don't have any.
Why don't you get one?
I don't know where to get them.
Like your phone number. Ready?
You're gonna make a hell of a parent.
Yeah.
Where's the diapers?
Let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You've got till tomorrow morning, right? 1-888 not number 2 late. 1-888 not too late.
Okay.
All right.
What happened? You didn't use any protection?
No.
And when was your period due?
Yesterday.
The day after the intercourse?
Yeah. Hold on, let me talk to Drew for a second. What percentage of women ovulate a day before their period is due?
Low. It'd be unusual.
Unusual.
For her, if she's a regular.
Let me ask you. Most women ovulate, 14 days?
14 to 18, yeah.
From the time the period ended?
Yeah.
From the time it ended. Okay. Is that 80%? Is that 90%? Or do we know?
I can't give you that number. Because a lot of women are irregular. Very irregular.
What percentage of women are irregular?
That's what I'm
Is it a lot of women? Are most women pretty regular? I mean, if they don't futz with it, do you know what I'm saying?
Pretty regular, yeah.
A guy would be regular. Guys would not go for the syncing up with the office chicks business.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty irregular if you can move yours to someone you're working with who you probably don't even like.
Whom you don't even know when they're menstruating.
Only your vagina knows. It really gets weird. See, this is why you can't take mushrooms. You understand me, Drew? You get high on mushrooms, and you sit there and you go, hold on. Who knows what goes on in the old vagina, the old vagina, I miss this song. Vagina. You get high on mushrooms, and you go, wait a minute, there's these 5 chicks. They all work at the same car rental place. They don't know each other. They didn't meet before the car rental place.
They don't know when each other's menstruating.
They don't know when each other's are menstruating. They don't really like each other all that much. They never had sex with the same man, and they don't share the same underpants. Yet, after 11 months, they all began to menstruate at the same time. Now, if you think about that when you're high on mushrooms, you'll freak. Your head will explode. That's why you can't get high anymore, Drew. It's enough for you.
Because I've got too many of these kinds of things flying around in my head.
You start thinking about your kids in college, and you'll be going, let's see, they'll be going to college in 2014, and it's going to cost me $1.8 million times 3. That is 5.2, what is that? 5.3 million? Yeah, I mean, 5.4 million. You're going to go insane.
Yeah.
Okay. Matt?
It's going to happen anyway. Matt?
Penis? I have like a kind of a white pus coming out of the tip of it.
And why haven't you gone to see somebody about that?
Well, it just happened recently.
Right. Why haven't you gone to see somebody about that?
Just happened recently.
Just
say it just happened tonight.
It just happened
tonight.
Tonight.
Okay. So you really know how to sell it, man.
Yeah.
You're a drama major?
No.
No.
I'm 17.
I see. And what have you had unprotected sex?
Yeah. This weekend and last weekend, I had sex with my girlfriend, who's 16.
I see.
And then I had sex with her just about 3 or 4 times last weekend, and everything was all right. Then this past weekend, on Friday night, I had sex with her 14-year-old sister.
Oh, boy. That's Yule Hauser.
Oh, okay. Then I went back to her house to stay the night with her
dad?
sister, the older sister.
Oh, the older sister. Uh-huh.
And then
Did you have sex with the older sister?
Yeah, for about an hour and a half. Then I went.
Well, it was only an hour and a half. That's probably not going to count.
Okay.
And is it?
And then I went out into the living room and I had sex with her little sister.
No way.
Do you want? I'm a big boy. Do you want to set the coordinates here?
Hold on a second. I got to grab a pen. I'm going to figure this one out. She's got a 16-year-old girlfriend
and a 14-year-old sister
who has a 14-year-old younger sister. He had sex with the younger sister, the girlfriend, and then the older sister.
And then back.
And then back to the younger sister?
Yeah.
Back to the younger sister?
Yeah, then one more time back to the older sister.
How old?
And with that point, I
And this is what over the course of 8 years?
Over one night.
Oh, no way.
It happened, I swear.
Okay, let me ask this: how old is the older sister?
16.
16.
Well, wait a minute. Your girlfriend's 16.
That's the girlfriend.
Older sister.
No. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
I had sex with my girlfriend.
All right. Okay. But okay. So here's how I don't know how you knew that, Drew, but he said I had sex with my girlfriend, then I had sex with her younger sister,
right?
Then I had sex with the older
one, which is his girlfriend.
Oh, the older one.
Okay. Well, go back to saying your girlfriend then, and whatever you had labeled her the first time around, would you?
Yeah. All right.
Screwball. All right. So you're only banging one sister.
No, 2.
Well, I mean, one sister beside your girlfriend.
Right.
Well, yeah, but what I was getting to is it might have been what I was thinking is because the last time that I had sex with my girlfriend is I kind of like we were not really done having sex, but I was really tired, so we just decided to
Sure.
go to sleep with my penis in her.
Right. And where were you?
I was laying on my left side. She was laying on her left side.
And I see your penis was in her.
My
Oh, I see. Okay, so you were there.
Yeah, so I went to sleep, and I, like, woke up, and then, like, my whole penis was just, like, all wrinkly.
Like, hold on. I'm writing. Penis was wrinkly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you go to school?
Yeah.
Wrinkly? What, it looked like a Shar-Pei?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. You know what a Shar-Pei is?
Yeah.
What is it?
He thinks it's a marker.
Yeah.
It's a French marker.
What's a Shar-Pei?
It's a dog.
Oh.
You who doesn't know who Huell Hauser is, and Steve Largent, and Doug Henning.
The guy just died.
Doug Henning?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what do you care?
But I mean, how weird is that we have this big fight about Doug Henning and he's dead?
All right, let's not digress too much. Matt?
Yeah.
Where's the father in this group?
Whose father? Mine?
Hers.
Hers? I don't know.
I don't know. He's in prison or something?
He's not there.
Okay, could you stop having sex with the entire family, please? Don't traumatize this 14-year-old.
Well, now we got a bigger problem because you have a sexually transmitted disease.
How do we know?
That's what pus out the penis means.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so
man.
that means
and you ain't using protection with one of these two?
No, of course not.
Alcohol?
Yeah,
Hey,
that's his protection.
Hold on. Let me talk to Matt for a second. Dear retarded Matt, you are... Was that a fart?
Yeah, hello?
Did you fart into the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool. I was just yelling at you, but as long as you farted into the phone, all's forgiven. All right. Yeah. You think it's bogus?
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
I think so, too.
I don't know.
We'll go ahead and give him a little lecture.
I would have said I was having sex with the older sister, too.
A third one?
Well, whatever one I made up.
Maybe you've encouraged them to make their lives believable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
You've coached them.
I've created a monster in my own callers to this
so
show.
We'll go give him a little lecture here.
Lecture is you're everything that is wrong with this world.
Yes.
Believe me, you're going to screw up these girls. Listen, whether you're having sex with them or not, I don't care, because someone who's listening to me is banging around with a 14-year-old and not using protection and mussing with her mind and mussing with her belly. And as long as we have a fresh crop of young, screwed-up, teenage, confused girls who are giving birth to screwed-up kids, we will have a X amount of crime and X amount of unemployment. So, you want to keep that going? Fine. Oh, just imagine. I mean, I know, Drew.
He's got to be treated for that STD, though.
Oh, who cares? I hope his Johnson falls off. I know it sounds bizarre, everybody.
The girls have to be treated, too.
But seriously, if you lived in a society where you weren't giving birth to any screwballs, where there wasn't a bunch of unfit parents and broken families and screwed up people like that, you wouldn't have to lock your doors. You wouldn't.
That's right.
Nobody would go into anyone's house and strangle them or steal from them or do anything. You could leave your ATM card on the dashboard of your car. What do good people do when a door's open and they're jogging down the street, or a garage door's open, or a car window's open, or a briefcase is sitting on the seat of a car where the window's open? You ever stopped and stolen it, Drew?
No.
You ever broken into the house and raped the grandma? You ever done any of that? No. Why? Good person. Why? Cheap but good parents. Okay? That's all you need. And if we had a whole society full of that, that'd be it. We'd be done.
Yeah.
Shut up the prisons. Turn them into I was turn one of those big mall type shopping stores. One of those big store. I'm trying to think of the name of the place.
Like the Beverly Center?
No. I'm thinking of a place like
America, the Mall of America?
No, I'm thinking of the places where you buy in
outlets.
bulk.
Outlet stores.
Drew. The place you buy in bulk.
Oh, the
Can you help me?
Costco.
Right. Turn all the prisons into Costco's. We'll just go over there and shop. Be great. Thank you.
Yeah, but don't you think a lot of this is how we've sort of encouraged young people to deal with their sexuality? Just have a good time. It's your world. Go for it. Don't worry about anybody else. Just go do it.
It's not sexuality. It's everything. Yeah. I want everyone to start getting beaten. Richard?
Yeah?
You're 18. What's up?
Yeah, this question is mainly for Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
I was welding tonight in my class, and we're welding in class, and the rod, I dropped the rod, and it like went down, burnt right through my pants, and like burned the tip of my penis.
Nice.
Ow.
Yeah, you're branded.
Did you go to the hospital?
Ouch.
Well, it's just like surface, and it's not like the very, very tip. It's just like
It's the skin.
the top, yeah,
The
the
skin.
Yeah, he's
but it's
fine.
like on the head.
Did it blister?
No, it has like it's not blistered yet, but you know how like a burn looks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You've got that over
What are
it?
you doing in welding class? That's my real concern.
Well, learning to weld,
Hold on.
Shocking.
Let me get the scratch pad right out again. You're learning to weld?
yeah.
I see. Oh, welding is not some sort of acronym. It's actually welding. Just like welding, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I see. You're learning to weld in welding class?
yeah.
Yeah. Where do you take welding class?
At like city colleges.
I see. There's good money in
Which
that
you've
welding.
encouraged him, by the way, Adam.
Yeah, I don't trust guys who work around metal, though, Richard. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
I know. What kind of stuff? What are you learning with the welding? Just doing gas?
Well, actually, I'm doing TIG right now.
Oh, TIG
Like,
welding.
You can weld aluminum and all that stuff.
Yeah.
with it.
Heliarc and TIG welding. There's a whole bunch of different kinds, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to wear one of those big leather smocks so you don't burn your Johnson.
Well, see, usually with like TIG welding, it's so small, and there's no problem with.
You still got to do
Well,
it.
obviously, there is some danger involved with TIG welding because you welded your Johnson to the side of your leg. All right.
Oh, you shouldn't be smoking so much pot before you go welding.
Yeah. You know the coolest part about being a welder is when they put the mask up for the welding shield, and they never put it down with their hand. They flip their head a little bit,
Yeah.
kind of like when I Dream of Jeannie would make her master disappear or something. Doing, they do that and it just flips down. You ever look through one of those things?
No.
You can't see. And welding's hard because you can't see through that mask unless you're welding.
Yeah.
But you can't start welding until the mask is down.
Right.
And you can't do arc welding. You have to hold it like a certain distance to get a good arc going, to get a spark going. And you can't see what you're doing.
Ugh.
It's not like, those things aren't like sunglasses.
Oh, yeah, they're thick, dark.
Yeah, those things are like looking through a 50-gallon drum full of oil
Yeah.
and a flashlight on the other side.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You can't see what the hell's going on.
Right?
Thank you.
Richard?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, pretty much.
How much pot do you smoke? Just amuse me.
Not much.
Most days?
No, I'd say like once or twice a month.
Come on.
Really?
Nah, serious.
You were up higher than that at one point.
What?
You were up higher than that at one point.
Nah, never.
Really?
What?
Really?
You married? You have kids?
No.
Okay, good. Stay that way.
What? I've never been so wrong.
He could just be stupid.
No, he had the laugh.
He did. Jay,
Yes.
you're 25.
Hi. I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah, welders aren't pot smokers.
It sounded like it. That's why I was.
Yeah, he did, yeah. What's up?
I know plenty that are.
Plenty of welders?
Yeah, that are big-time potheads.
Oh, you know a lot of welders?
Yeah,
That's a bad sign.
I know. My question is for Dr. Drew.
Yeah, Jay.
I began having sex when I was 12 years old with
Oh.
a 30-year-old man.
Yeah, welder.
That's not beginning to have sex. That's being raped, being sexually abused.
Well, he started your raping.
Yeah.
Right.
And I can remember when the first time we had sex, I didn't bleed, and I always thought that when you lose your virginity that you do bleed.
Not necessarily.
Well, anyway, as I got older...
Also, it may be that you were. We would bet you've been sexually abused before that.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember. But as I got older, I did start having nightmares about having sex with my father.
Yeah. So there
The
you go.
welder?
Yeah.
He was
Was he a welder?
No.
What'd he do?
He does nothing.
Well, there's a little bit of incest, right?
I don't know. I don't remember anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, over probably the last 3 years, I've had nightmares,
Yeah.
weekly.
Was he an alcoholic?
No. No drugs, no alcohol.
Why didn't he work?
No.
Why didn't he work?
He was disabled.
By what?
He got injured when he was younger.
Oh, hold on. He was disabled?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a little
Because
Loveline
he was
reenactment.
disabled because he was disabled.
He was injured. And your father was blind? How did he become blind? Oh, he stopped seeing? I understand. Our callers are the only ones who answer a question with the answer that I already gave you. I mean, it's already he's disabled. Why? He was injured.
He's disabled.
He's disabled. Yeah, he got hurt. Oh, okay.
That's not the views per joke.
I see. I know. You're right. You're right. I mean, he did not come out of his mother in a wheelchair. He was actually injured at some point.
When he was younger. I'm not really sure the whole story, and I really don't care.
Well, hang on here.
Slow down.
Why are you so angry at your dad?
I don't know. I've always felt that way toward him since I was probably, maybe like 10, 12 years old.
All right, so something heavy was going on with you and Dad.
What did he do? Did he just sort of putz around the house all day?
Pretty much, yeah.
What was the nature of his disability?
He had a back injury.
So he was on drugs?
No, he was not.
He wasn't on pain medicine?
No.
I don't buy it.
Well,
then why didn't he work?
I don't know. I don't know the whole details of it, and I really just don't care.
Let me chime and say one other thing about chicks and their dads. Don't know nothing. None of them. I've had girlfriends who's like, yeah, my dad, he was on I think he was on a boat in Korea. Your dad was in the Navy? I think.
Yeah.
What'd he do? I don't know. He did something on the boat. You talk to the guy, turns out he was a SEAL. He disarmed mines, in the Mekong Delta.
Right.
He was shot 14 times. There's 3 pounds of shrapnel in him. We got 4 bronze stars and a Purple Heart. And they're like, you asked the daughter, what he did. He was like, he cooked. I think he cooked. I don't know. I don't know what he did. Girls never know what their dads do. It's weird. Even the unemployed dads are around the house all the time. He got hurt with something with his back. I don't know. You talk to people, his dads are like, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies.
I have no idea.
He does a thing. He's got an office. He goes. I think the company's called Beatrice. Yeah, it could be it. Yeah. They make like SpaghettiOs or something. I don't know. They own other companies. I know that. He's always out on business. He's got a jet.
That's cool.
Chicks never know, and especially if the guy did anything cool in war. They don't know. These guys, they must be rolling over thinking about, how their Navy SEAL status gets diminished to like a boatswain mate or something in some laundry ship. All right.
So, Jay.
Yeah.
So, is it possible? I mean, it doesn't make sense that he would be disabled unless he had chronic pain.
Mm-hmm.
If he had chronic pain, that means he was on chronic drugs.
I don't remember him ever being on any pain medicine.
Yeah, but you wouldn't.
I really don't remember anything from before, probably 8 years old.
Oh, okay, but if you don't remember it, but you don't remember anything, then that doesn't really mean anything.
Right, that's my point. I don't know if he was on any drugs because I don't remember.
And you didn't see him drink, though, or smoke pot or anything?
He's absolutely, no alcohol. It's, the worst thing in the world.
Because, why?
That's just his thing. He's
Because he had parents who were alcoholics?
I think his mom was an alcoholic.
Okay, there you go. So this fits an opiate addict.
Do you know your grandparents?
Yeah, I did.
Was she out-of-control alcoholic?
Excuse me?
Was she an out-of-control alcoholic?
No, she, got it all, taken care of when she got older.
Okay.
And she quit drinking and all that. But my question is,
all right.
I don't know. I just feel like I kind of grew up and started becoming sexually active at a very young age. And
you didn't become sexually active. You were raped. You were sexually abused. You were victimized.
Mm-hmm.
So you were a victim prior to that, we would predict.
All right, but in her mind, she went along with it.
Yeah.
And so that was becoming sexually active.
I never said no, and I was I can remember before that, I was very curious and
all right.
The whole 9 about sex and everything when I was, 10 years old.
Hey, Jay, you married?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's tough because ever since I started having these nightmares, it becomes difficult for me to have a sexual relationship with my husband.
Do you have any kids?
No.
Oh, good girl.
Yeah. How long have you been married?
Something wrong with his sperm or something?
No, I don't want to have kids because I'm, not ready.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, smart.
First same thing I've heard all night.
How long have you been married?
For 7 years.
Yep. Since you were 18. How old is he?
He's 29.
All right. Hey, Jay,
mm-hmm.
How about just starting off a little therapy?
Plain old straight.
I've been to counseling since I was 15.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Same therapist?
Excuse me?
Same therapist?
No, I bounced around from a couple that it just seemed to get nowhere.
Yeah,
well maybe you're ready now.
How long ago was that?
The last time I was in counseling was about 2 years ago.
All right. Well, maybe it's time again.
Maybe
Find a good person and settle in.
So, I mean, my question is this something I should, really be concerned about?
Yes.
Because nightmares, are they natural? Does this happen to lots of people?
Everybody, even Drew.
The whole situation, no, people do not get nightmares like that typically. It doesn't necessarily mean you were sexually abused, but the very fact that you can't remember anything about your childhood, the fact that you were victimized, the fact that Dad, we're speculating, may have been on drugs, all that adds up to a nice long course of therapy with somebody you stay with for a long
Drew,
time.
isn't it true you recently started having nightmares about your father coming in your room and raping your piggy bank? He was shaking that Sparklets bottle jug that you kept your nickels in. That's something you pushed out of your mind for a lot of years, isn't it?
Please don't bring that up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, brother.
I gotta wait through the evening.
We'll be back. Hey! Hey! It's Loveline, everybody! Woohoo! Phone number for Loveline. Turn me back up, please. Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. That is Dr. Drew over there on Lead Chocolate. We've got a big box of C's candies. And
Where's her letter? Here.
Oh, from this person? From Carolla? Really?
Let me see if you pronounce that right.
Yeah. I didn't read the letter.
Carolla. Nicest letter we've ever received, I'd say.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
And she sent the chocolates, too?
And the porn.
Oh, and the porn tape?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, I took a bite out of that thing earlier. It's horrible. What does the letter say, Drew? Well, I don't read the whole letter. Right. It's a good letter, though,
really
right?
Sweet. Very clear, very nice.
Yeah. Listen, a lot of you out there who figure this stuff doesn't make a difference, once in a while we do get a nice letter. I really enjoy it. It really makes my night.
Especially when they're smart like this.
Concise, well-written, great punctuation. It's beautiful.
Did you read it?
No, I didn't read it, but Drew says it was good, so I take his word for it. I'm going to read it during the commercial. But here's the deal. I always figured when I got in this business I'd be showered with fan mail. Turns out I was wrong. I don't see anything, ever.
You may be getting it. They didn't let you see it.
Whatever the case is, thank you, Ann. I assume...
And for radio.
Oh, forget it. I assume I don't get it. Here's my point. I see 3 nice letters a year.
Yeah.
I don't have any correspondence with anybody. I don't trade email with anybody. And there's never any fans waiting in the parking lot when the show's over. At least once I want to talk to us. So really, as it turns out, not as much praise as I thought.
Kiss my ass, Adam.
There you go. And the celebrities that come in here, they're downright abusive. So it is nice to get a nice letter every once in a while. John?
Yeah, what's going on?
You're 19. What's up?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of ecstasy and going to raves lately.
Great.
And, I don't know, it's, really been... I want to know, what the side effects are and stuff.
Well, you can have panic and anxiety and depression the rest of your life.
Well, for the rest of your life?
The rest of your life.
If I stop it right now and I never do it again.
You can have it the rest of your life. In fact, some of these things don't even start for another 5 years.
Yeah.
And memory problems is the other big thing. And now the memory stuff has been more documented with speed. But, of course, some of the stuff they're selling you is actually speed. But there appears to be damage to the part of the brain that's responsible for memory as well.
Yeah, but it's sometimes...
Why does speed hurt your memory?
Well, it's just this area in limbic region. They're correlating with the damage to that area with the memory problems. It fits with the anatomy of how memory works, where they see the damage occurring.
Let me tell you about that memory. You don't think about it that much when you're younger? Oh, man, do you miss it when you get older.
Well, you were already having problems?
I don't know. I have my days, I'm like a mad scientist one day and like a retard hobo the next day. Can't figure it out. I pull stuff out of my ass that no one seems to know about, and I'm amazing what reminds me of what. And then there's days I have difficulty coming up with... I can't find my wallet.
Yeah,
can't find
your mom's name.
Oh, her. I forgot her name a long time
But
ago.
it's new learning that's the problem. Wait till you get kids and you see how quickly they learn stuff. My kids come up with poems like this long every night.
Yeah.
They read it and they go, okay, now I'll say it now.
Yeah, not my kids. My kids are going to be retards. That's why I'm going to adopt Japanese kids. I want smart kids. I want them to do good in school.
But, John, there's great concern about
getting
ecstasy.
education like I never had.
Of all the drugs people use, LSD and ecstasy are the ones that are well documented to cause really significant injury to the brain. And the NIH is going out in a big campaign to try to help people understand that.
Right.
It's a bad thing.
All right, John, stop that stuff.
All right.
All right. You can smoke a little weed once in a while, but, that's about it.
All right, man.
Good times.
That's what I tell my kids. Listen, don't be like your father. I barely completed high school, and look at me. I'm barely, literally a millionaire.
Whatever.
Mike?
Yeah?
You're 17.
Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Good times.
Yeah, good times. A little twist on a call from before. Instead of pus coming out, my penis blood.
Nice.
During urination or during ejaculation?
Yeah, it was ejaculation.
Just one time?
What?
Just one time?
Just one time. I haven't done it since.
It's a pretty common thing, and it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean anything disastrous. It's infection usually.
That's bad times when the blood mixes with the semen and you get that Thousand Island on your belly.
Yeah, bad time.
Yeah.
Makes quite a mess.
Yeah, that ain't right. It's like you're eating a burger over yourself.
Should I talk to my doctor?
Yeah, you should, because sometimes infections cause this and it should be treated, but it's usually not anything dangerous, but it needs to be checked out.
Thanks a lot, guys.
All right. Easy on the Johnson, huh?
All right.
There you go.
It's the jizz, not the Johnson. That's the problem here.
The Jizz, not the Johnson? They feuded for many years, like the Hatfields and the McCoys. The Jizmans and the Johnsons. Karen?
Yeah.
You're 30?
Jizz guzzling?
Thank you,
Sorry?
dear. You're 30. What's up?
32, and my father, he was sober 20 years ago. He got sober.
Wow.
Fell off the wagon about 12 years ago.
Okay.
He's got 15 lifetime DUIs.
Uh-oh.
What is a lifetime DUI?
In his life, he's had.
In his life, he's had 15 DUIs.
Oh, so you could just say 15 DUIs. Right?
He's been in sober living. And he's gone through a program locally.
No, wait, so he maintains sobriety for long periods of time.
Yeah.
Right? And how long was he sober this time?
A couple months here and there.
Oh, so he's been slipping and sliding for a long
He's a
time.
closet guy.
Hey, let me tell you something about DUI and drunk driving. Each year, I heard there was like 18,000 people killed. In,
You know what? You don't have to preach to me. I preach to him.
Well, I'm talking to everyone else.
Oh,
So
I'm
shut up.
sorry.
That's all right. And alcohol-related traffic
You know,
incidents.
it
18,000. But you want to know the real tragedy? 53,000 died from secondhand smoke. So three times as many. 3 times as many from secondhand smoke. So let's not worry so much about the DUIs. That's what I'm saying. Not a real big problem. Not compared to secondhand smoke. Apparently, 1/3.
I don't know.
Where
I
did
don't
you read
believe
that?
I always hear the commercial on the ride in that 54,000 people die from secondhand smoke every year, and I was just watching someone from Mothers Against Drunk Driving saying that 18,000 people died on the highways each year from drunk driving or related to drunk driving,
Yeah.
hit while
Yeah.
they're crossing the street
Yeah,
sober. Yeah. So, pales in comparison, doesn't it?
Oh.
Not a big problem. As soon as we get the secondhand smoke under control, we can focus on the DUIs. But go ahead, Karen.
Sorry.
So he's been slipping and sliding for a while.
He's been slipping and sliding for a while. We've taken a car away. We've bought a car. We've given it back. We've gone back and forth. Last week, my mom had surgery. He wasn't supposed to drive during that week. He got the keys to the car from one of the guys at Sober Living.
Mm-mm.
He went and visited her for about 20 minutes, took the car, crashed it, got thrown in jail, got out of jail, took her car the next morning, got a bottle, went back to Sober Living, got kicked out.
Yeah.
He is now living in the backyard. I blocked it.
Of sober living? No.
No.
You mean you can't drink in sober living anymore?
No, you can't.
Oh, back in the day, you used to be able to bring in a bottle or something. I mean, if it was cool, you pass it around.
That was a joint.
Oh, it's a joint. Yeah, all right. You bring a joint to sober living, though, right?
No.
No. Okay, so he's living in your backyard?
No, my mom's. I live next door.
Uh-huh.
I've changed the locks, and my mom hasn't come home. She's left the hospital and gone somewhere else.
Good. All good.
And is
And
he...
she's filing for divorce.
Good.
And
What's he doing in the backyard? I mean, has he got a tent pitched, or...
the patio.
He's just living under the patio?
Yep.
You all right, baby? Oh, boy. All right, here's a good question. What about you? Have you
going to Al-Anon? Karen?
You know what? I don't like those meetings.
Yeah,
No.
well, listen, you're like him.
No.
No, he doesn't like the meetings either.
No, he does the meetings. He does 6, 7. He's done your meetings.
Oh, boy.
He does meetings.
Hey, listen, Karen, what meetings you having? Is that at Drew's house, or?
No, the hospital.
Don't you do speaker meetings?
Yeah.
Hey, Karen, listen to me for a second, all right? I'm sorry I have to say this to you. is your dad may be a drunk until he dies. You don't know that. You don't have control over it. You got to take care of yourself and do. That's Drew's wife paging him. She's going to yell at him for having a meeting.
That's really what I think.
Okay, listen to me. You got to take care of you.
You got to get a sponsor. You got to get an Al-Anon sponsor or a therapist. You
got to get some therapy. You got to go to Al-Anon, and if he wants to drink himself to death, that's his thing.
Do you recommend a professional intervention?
Not.
I don't think it would work on this guy because he just keeps coming back.
Right. You need to create the force of God. You need to induce such a bottom that he is begging God for help to get better and willing to do whatever he's got to do to get better. He's still not really accepting treatment, it seems to me.
I know he's not hit bottom yet.
Yeah.
Where the hell is bottom?
I don't know, but I suspect it's in jail.
That's how the sound of things. It's pretty close to your mom's porch, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
you got
the patio.
Yeah, that's why you have to go to Al-Anon, Karen, because you're not going to be able to tolerate letting him fall to the level he's got to go to in order to survive this.
Okay, but listen. There's some people out there that can't make it right, that fall off. Alcohol does kill X amount of people.
Well, some people also, they get so impaired.
Their
brain function is so off.
Whatever it is. Here's my point. She's 32 years old. She got to take care of herself. And that's it. And that'll help him anyway.
And keep 6 on hold for me, please. Ask her to stay there.
And let me just put a little shout out to any of my family members who are thinking about dabbling with the booze. I'll have a drifter kill you, so help me God, you start causing troubles like this. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I won't even get into it. Screw Alan. I'm not going to that. I'll hire a hobo to put a bullet in your head.
You won't have any problem detaching with love, huh? I see it in you now.
Listen, if anyone in my family decided to become an alcoholic, I'll go buy them a case of Crevassier and drop it off at their house. And a pistol. Go home and sleep like a baby. You don't have a problem with that statement at all, Drew?
I'm just listening. I just figure, why you've been a little bit of you've been irritable lately. So
I know. I really just said that because I know my grandma is going to yell at me when I see her next. I want to know what's going on with that statement, so I just said it to get her dander up.
Nice.
All right, we will take ourselves a little break. When we come back, who are we going to talk to, Drew? Talk to Amy's 21, hasn't had her period in 4 months. She's not pregnant. She wants to know what the hell's going on out there. I'll tell her what happened to it after this. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's high.
Oh, yeah. Woo, doggy. That was a nice little fart. Yeah. Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That'd be Dr. Drew over there. Ready to get back on the phones?
Oh, no.
Amy?
Hello.
Yay, me. Yes.
Hi.
You're 21. Good. Couldn't be better.
I just want to thank you guys for taking the time to talk to me. Okay, this is my question.
By the way, that was such a nice intro. You know what I mean? She appreciates the connection.
Thank you.
As opposed to, Adam, you're the funniest guy. I'm building a shrine to you.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
And, okay. Anyway, Amy, what's going on?
Okay. It's been, ever since I've gotten my periods, I've been irregular with my periods.
Irregular?
Irregular, yeah.
Irregular.
But, the longest I had been without a period was 2 months, because during high school I used to run, I was very active and whatnot, but anyways, it's been 4 months that I haven't gotten my period, and lately I've been working a lot, 7 days a week, and I've gone to take 3 pregnancy tests and they're negative, and they told me that it could either be a uterine infection or it's just that I'm overworked. But so I'm okay, it's either a uterine infection or I'm overworked, so what the hell is it, So I'm just kind of wondering what it could be.
Do you have other symptoms?
No. Well, I'm tired. That's about it. But
Are you on a medication? You don't take the pill or anything like that?
No. I wanted to. The reason I was going, I went to a clinic and I was trying to get birth control, but they told me that I couldn't. They had to wait for my period. And then I was on the depot shot about a year ago, but they said it couldn't affect it anymore. That the most that it could go on affecting my body, my period, would be 6 months.
That would be usually the case.
Yeah.
Did you ever have ovarian cysts?
No, nothing. I mean,
Are you overweight or underweight?
No, I think I'm pretty okay. Like for my height, I'm 5'6.5", and I weigh 145, 150.
You're overweight.
No. Oh, hold on. Let me do a little radio math here. What'd you say? 5'6.5"? I'll grab a
145.
145, 150. All right. Hold on. A little radio math here. 5'6.5", 145, 150, 5'6", 145, 150.
You're fat.
Okay. 5'4 1/4, 157, 165. So where it goes. Okay, so a little bit overweight. Is that
4?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, just stress, overwork, sleep disturbances, all this can affect your period. And if you're already irregular, you'd be one of these people that would be prone to that. So that is a possibility. Uterine infection, I don't understand quite why they jumped to that.
They said that. I was like, well, okay. It's like either it's nothing or it's something, you know? So I was just worried about that. And I've been trying to go. I went back, and they're like, just wait. You could wait up to 6 more months for your period. And I'm like, why? Well, isn't that bad that I have to wait 6 more months? I mean, I don't understand why.
I don't understand. Why they wouldn't put you on the pill?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I know they said they have to wait for my period because they don't have any.
Did you see a doctor?
No, I went to a clinic.
Yeah, why don't you see a doctor about this? It's significant.
Well, she can't afford a doctor.
Well, go to a clinic that you can see a doctor.
They have doctors at those clinics?
Sure.
You sure?
Yeah,
I think they're only angry lesbians who are have like a nursing credential or something.
It could be even thyroid problems. It could be, many. The most common reason is what's called hypothalamic pituitary axis dysfunction, which is the overwork stress thing she's talking about.
Yeah.
But lots and lots of different reasons that this can happen.
Well, you know my feeling.
Evaluated.
Everyone in this country deserves the best medical care in the world, even if they don't pay for it.
Yeah.
Or pay any taxes.
Was it you or your mom?
That was my mom.
Oh, okay.
Actually. That's right. In Canada, oh, Christ.
Where the system's falling apart.
Yeah,
completely.
why don't you and Zorback and Happy pile into that microbus and head over the border? I'm sure this country would be a better place. I really do. Listen, all the people that are currently on welfare and complaining about the healthcare system and what a glorious place it is in Canada, adios. Have fun. Randy?
That's me.
You're 24?
Yep.
What's up?
Well, I listen to you guys. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm a little nervous.
All right.
And I do appreciate you guys. I think you guys are great. I'd like to vote for you guys for office someday.
Thank you.
Stick Dr. Drew as the Surgeon General.
Ooh.
Adam, we'd give you some job that's high profile but pretty useless, like the president, maybe.
Yeah. I'd like to do a lot of touring, a lot of traveling, a lot of glad handing and stuff like that, but no actual paperwork.
Yeah, that would work. Anyhow, the reason I'm calling is because I listen a lot, and I hear you guys often refer people to AA and NA.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that AA and NA think they have a monopoly on recovery.
Oh, who else you got? You go to Rational Recovery?
No, that they have a monopoly on the recovery business. If you're going to get sober, you have to go through.
No, hold on. But there's Rational Recovery. That's another way to go.
Right.
Oh, what is that?
I know about Rational Recovery. It just seems to me that when you were talking to the girl a few moments ago, you said, "Are you an Al-Anon?"
Yeah.
You know, this is where you have to go.
Yep.
Right. Well, where should she go?
Well, I'm just saying that there's a lot of cutting-edge recovery out there.
A lot of what?
Cutting-edge recovery.
Like what's it called?
Where?
Yeah.
Like SMART, like RR, Rational Recovery.
Yeah.
Rational Recovery done well ends up being just like 12-step.
Hey, Randy?
Yep.
Wasn't Drew talking about RR for like the last 15 minutes and you weren't really acknowledging it at all?
I was probably running around trying to get on the phone with you guys.
No, I mean, he was saying to you, like R&R, like Rational Recovery, and you just kept talking like you'd never heard of it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You nervous?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't mind.
Okay, so there's Rational Recovery and there's other ones. Okay, but whatever's nearest to you and free is what you should be doing, right?
I guess I went through AA and I went through NA, and they helped me out, and I think that the guys that created those discovered oil, and oil is a great substance, but we run machines on a lot of other things today that are better. like solar power, etc. And I think...
Well, are we talking about farm equipment or are we talking about recovery?
I'm talking about recovery.
Geez, that was as bad as one of my metaphors. Maybe worse. All right, but hold on a second, Randy. Here's my point. These guys aren't getting rich off CA and MA and AA. I mean, how much money did it cost you to go to MA and AA?
It didn't cost me anything, of course.
Okay, well then, what's your beef?
The beef is that they think, and the American recovery system thinks, that the only way to get sober is to go to AA, and they send everybody to AA.
And so what do you suggest? I'm open to other suggestions. What are you suggesting then?
Okay, I'm just saying that we need to promote this other stuff that's going out there,
like the ones you don't want to say the name of.
Okay, at the University of at UPenn, there's a doctor by the name.
Hey, hold on, Randy. Are you high now?
No, I'm not.
You sure?
I'm certain.
Are you sure?
I'm so certain. I've just been listening to this show forever and always thought about calling. And
okay. Now, listen, we're running late. We're running late for break.
We got to hold.
Listen, I don't care. Is my point. And there's a guy who works at in Pennsylvania, and half our callers are from Arizona and California.
Right.
You know, they can't go to Pennsylvania.
Right.
Here's what I want everyone to do: whatever's closest, whatever's the most convenient, whatever's cheapest, go. If it's a church up the street that does R&R, fine. If it's AA, great. Whatever it is, just get sober. We'll be back. Hey, it's Loveline taking America by storm.
Anderson's impressed. Yeah.
Anderson knows good radio when he hears it. And he hears it about once a month doing this show. And that was it. You enjoy that 3.5 seconds, Anderson. That's it, baby. That's radio. But let me tell you, that's why I got into radio right there. You know the tough part about this job, Drew? Don't get to say the time or the call letters. Don't get to do local spots for furniture stores and things like that. You know, I miss that whole part of radio. See,
I don't.
Here's what I'm saying, everybody. We're a syndicated show, so we don't do any local spots, and we don't do any appearances, and we don't have to give the call letters out. We don't have to do all that good stuff that your local DJ gets to do, and I never got to do that stuff
Ace
because
Rock
I
Call
missed out on it.
There you go. Hey, here's the interesting facts.
Yeah.
If Adam lives in Hollywood and Drew lives in Pasadena, why don't you broadcast from Burbank? Wouldn't that make more sense?
Oh my God! Some genius. Yeah. Well, we're moving back to the K-Rock home base.
Oh yes.
In Burbank.
No, wait a minute. That was last year. That was the year before.
Scott Mason is on that, and he's the genius behind K-Rock over there. And as soon as he's done remodeling that jock kitchen, that he's been working on for 11 years, as soon as he's done with that, let me tell you something about him remodeling that jock kitchen. I go into K-Rock about every 2 years. I go in there, and I walk into that kitchen and laugh hysterically each time because he's been remodeling that Jock Lounge for since 3 years before I got there. And so far, the only thing that's been done is I think he pulled a Green Day sticker off the Pepsi machine. So that's the only thing that's different. Maybe he didn't do that. I'm not sure. It seems like they got started on it. Other than that, it's just a bunch of newspapers piled up on top of a bunch of Doc's coffee mugs. So, it's funny. When they talk about doing something on this show, like, hey, we're moving you guys to Burbank, we're going over here, we're doing over there, we're doing this, we're doing that, we just all look at each other and start laughing. Like, oh, that'll never happen. It's the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, we'll be dead by the time that goes on. It's funny, like most jobs, like if they went, hey, we're going to be moving to a new location pretty soon, you'd be like, ooh, I got to pick out a route. I may think about getting a condo across town and move in there. I got to talk to my insurance agent because I told him I only drive 6 miles a day to work back and forth. It's going to change things. Not this job. They talk about moving 4 years ago. Any day now, though? All
Any
right.
day now.
I'm ready to go. They make a very valid point. Mike?
Yeah?
As soon as that Jock Lounge is done. This is next on Mason's list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Actually, let me tell you, you syndicated people don't know who Scott Mason is. The guy's a real joy.
Yeah.
Here's
He used to do this show.
Here's what. Yeah,
You know
he
that?
did this
For
show
years.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
Here's what Scott Mason's list is: remodel Jock Lounge, get new left hip, and fourth pager, and then move Loveline. I think is how it goes.
You're cruel.
Mike,
Yeah.
he never liked me ever since I said his girlfriend looked like the chick that got raped in Billy Jack. That was the end of our relationship, me and Scott Mason. All right, Mike, what's up?
I ate my girlfriend out, and now all of a sudden the same evening, she's swollen up and she's red down the area.
Same evening.
Same evening.
You weren't having any cold sores or anything?
No. I was perfectly fine. And
how is she now?
We did it the night before, and she wanted it again the next morning. Next afternoon.
She wanted it again the next morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that work?
And that evening when we did it the second time, she got all swollen, and we went to a friend of hers that's a nurse, I think. I don't really know her.
Right.
And she said that it's from her being so wet, it's swollen up, because it's inside of her. She said it's the labia. It's infected.
Right.
Yeah, it's not making sense.
Libya's a terrorist country. We don't deal with them.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Tripoli that's really the problem.
Tripoli's in Libya, right? Is that Muammar Gaddafi from Libya?
Yeah.
Did he go down on your girlfriend?
I don't think so.
All right. You thinking labia?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
All right, listen, Mike.
You know my radio name was when I was working many years ago doing mornings in Phoenix?
I don't know.
Dusty Labia, I used to call myself. It was a little mispronunciation on labia, but it worked. It was just enough.
Mike, it doesn't
sort of like that Christmas story, ghost of Christmas past kind of thing. Float over yourself a little bit, and the next time she starts provoking you and you start getting abusive, just look down at yourself and see what you're doing. Get outside yourself a little bit, and then stop yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's all maturity is and enlightenment is in progression. That's all that is. All the stuff you used to do, you just don't do as much of it.
Yeah.
You're not as easily provoked. You don't get drawn down the same paths you got drawn down so easily in the past. Just see if you can get outside yourself. I mean, you're calling. You're telling us what you're doing.
Yeah, he's not that abusive because he can kind of see that things aren't right.
Right.
And I bet he's the caretaker type, the fix-it type.
You the fix-it type, Pat?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
You an alcoholic parent?
No.
Or some sick parent or something you had to take care of?
No.
Were you the oldest in the family?
Nope.
Where did you become such a caretaker?
I don't know.
Yeah, interesting.
You see, the thing is, I've done what I thought was best. I go to counseling.
Good.
Gotten involved in that kind of stuff, but now I can't convince her to do her end.
Well, then that might be the end of the relationship.
That's what I think too. But then that whole caretaker thing comes in. And
yeah, but listen, you have enough counseling to get out of this now.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what happens to caretakers: they feel entitled to the person they're taking care of behaving themselves and being thankful for the caretaking.
Yeah.
And they're pissed when the caretaking doesn't go their way. The people they're taking care of don't respond the right way.
You know, my mom was kind of broken down when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I don't get too much into the caretaking stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she didn't. Here's a strength on her part. She didn't let you get into that.
Into taking care of her?
No, she had you take care of your own ass.
Well, that's true.
You know, she could have had you taking care of her.
Well, how
you ever
could she have
thank her
done
for that? By keeping her.
Are you high?
Keeping her.
Are you high?
Keeping her. Grandma, did you hear this? There was an opportunity here for a little.
Are you high?
She could have been, Adam, I need you to do these things for me.
Yeah, all right.
You're necessary for my survival.
No,
made you feel like.
Hold on. Mental note. I gotta write this down. Thank Mom for not having
any parenting skills,
but also not taking care of her. No, not having to be intrusive and take care. Thank Dad for rare sodomy. Rare.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Halloween and Easter.
Only.
Maybe Yom Kippur. That's about it. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got to thank her. Yeah, that's a good idea. I should have thanked her back then. Hey, Ma, could you come out of your room for a second and put down the bong? I want to thank you. You high.
But you can't see
that?
that?
I'm not. No. Well,
she could have been broken and had you responsible for it.
Okay.
She didn't make you responsible.
Right. She could have chained me to a radiator and beat me.
Oh, that
you're
would
right.
be good.
Yeah, you're right. Could have been worse. John?
Hello?
You're 19. What's up?
Well, when I was 5 and 6, I had sexual relations with my neighbor.
Some of the same age?
Yeah, like a year, like 5 months apart.
Were you sexually abused by an adult prior to that?
No, never.
So he was.
Oh no, it wasn't a boy; it was a girl.
She was then.
I don't know if she was.
She was. I guarantee it.
No, it doesn't necessarily have to be true.
What?
It doesn't.
For a 5 and 6 year old to have sexual intercourse?
I'm telling you. I know you're freaked out because you got kids and you go nuts with this and you won't accept it.
No way.
What happened was, like, her dad had, like, pornography in the house.
There you go.
Well, that could be
we
it.
would get pictures of it, and then we would, like, do what the pictures were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'll buy
like,
that.
Ever since then, like, I like masturbated when I was, like, 9.
Right.
Like, I've been trying to.
All right, but nothing came out, right?
No, not till I was, like, 12. And, like,
12?
I've always been, like, addicted to masturbation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christ, you
That all-
son of a bitch. I didn't get anything out of my dork until I was 16. You know what I got at 12? Confetti.
And, I was a virgin until I was, like, 17.
Good, but that's where sexual compulsions come from, is that sort of history that you've had. It sort of activates a part of the brain that sets you on a trajectory that you become compulsive about.
All right. Well, yeah, let me float this theory. Here's a guy who at 5 wanted to have intercourse with his neighbor in the first place. So one could argue that this is nature, not even nurture.
But I bet
mean,
until
he's a
he's-
guy who had this bug in him early.
No way.
No? Why won't
when
you
the
recognize
pornography-
sexuality like any other
Because there is all kinds of sexuality.
human aspect?
There is before puberty, that part of the brain isn't functioning.
Okay, hold on a second. How dare you? How dare you question my
There's
theories?
all sorts of sexuality, but it's not about intercourse. It's not genital sexuality.
Hold on a second. When we get in this argument all the time, and I can tell you, I remember being 6, 7 years old and talking about effing and that kind of stuff and knowing what it was. Now, I grew up in the 70s, and it was real progressive.
Yeah.
And I don't know, progressive sounds like a good word.
And now you're
but
compulsive masturbator.
The point
Okay,
is,
there we go.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Where's the gloves?
Are these microphones on? How dare you say that into the microphone? Compulsive masturbator. How dare you?
The temerity.
The temerity. I didn't even masturbate one day last week. I just got done whacking off to my mom. Here's my point. First off, that's completely out of context. If you heard the rest of that sentence, it would make perfect sense. Now, here's what I'm saying. What about that? I mean, what about the notion that some people have a accelerated and some people have a sort of retarded sexuality?
That is what you just heard about, the kid with stuff coming out of his penis at 12 as opposed to you at 16. That's accelerated sexuality.
Okay, and why can't this present itself before puberty? And how come there's certain people who are not abused or raped or anything like that, who there's no connection to the environment necessarily, who say they thought about, women, very early, and they tried to sneak peeks at their, mom's friends in the dressing room.
All normal.
Some's very accelerated.
That's all. No, that's
and
all
others
normal.
are very what's called retarded, not interested.
But if that kid,
I don't mean retarded like a hockey helmet retarded. I mean retard in advance.
Yeah, I guarantee you,
ignition timing.
The kid that is titillated by looking at naked women and stuff is not thinking about putting his penis in the vagina. That does not occur to him in any way. No way.
Oh, you see, you're wrong. I mean, I remember having these thoughts. I remember kids talking about, doing stuff with their fingers, putting it in the hole, and
8, 9,
talking about sex and all that.
8, 9,
younger even. It didn't mean anything. They didn't know what to do with it, but they knew what it was.
Yeah, yes, I understand what you're saying. Yes, you're right, but to really think about doing that, to have an impulse to do that and to actually act on that.
They could do it, too. It just wouldn't mean anything.
Yeah, just.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Then why would they do it?
Well, I know, but why do you? I mean, listen. When I was a kid, why do you mimic anything?
But you'd have to see that.
If
you have to
found,
really see that. You'd have to see a pornography or something like that, and then they do it. Then they mimic it. Yes, then they do.
No, I know. Yes, he does. No, you're out on this one. You're not quite, but further. You're further out on this one. It's because you got 3 kids. I'm telling you. It always has been this way with this.
All right, now it's your turn to get stopped. It's your turn to get stopped.
Okay, where are we?
4.
4? All right.
Brian, 18.
Hey, this is Brian.
My question's for Adam.
Yeah.
I know you guys were talking about construction last night. I just had a question I thought maybe would stump Adam.
All right.
You think you're a pretty good expert on construction?
Well, if you ask a question that has to do with carpentry,
Yeah, it has to do with the carpentry.
then I will answer it.
Okay. The question is, how long on average does it take to build a normal track home?
That's
not a carpentry question.
That's not a carpentry question. First off, I did custom houses, remods and ground-ups, and there wasn't any time limit on. I didn't do that white trash track home stuff. I don't know. It probably takes about 6 months or 8 months or something like that. How long does it take?
110 days.
3 months. 4 months.
110 days.
4 months.
4 months.
Whatever.
All right.
All right, bye.
Okay, Brian. You got any specific questions?
Give him a good specific.
He doesn't have any.
No, I do. Actually, I do have.
Okay, give me a
nailing
good
schedule.
Okay, this girl that I'm in college now, but
he wants a construction.
I want a carpentry
Oh, you want
question.
another carpentry question? I thought this was Loveline.
But listen, when I say carpentry question, I don't want to know how many lineal feet a Vermont American comes out of their plywood factory in Oregon each year. You know what I'm saying? I want a real carpentry question.
Okay, I'm sorry. Next
Thank
time
you.
I call,
All right.
I'll have a better
Brian,
question.
go ahead.
Okay, the girl that I took to the senior prom, she was like, my ideal girl, and I'm still keeping in contact with her. She's a senior now, but I'm in college. I'm a freshman, and I really pursued it a lot, and we're still talking and stuff. But my best friend, who's still in high school, in the same grade, and he's like trying to go after her, and I found out from friends that he's like taking her out a couple of times. I'm just wondering how I should act
dick.
when I'm around this guy next time I see him.
Pissed. That's how you should act.
Well, we're good friends.
Yeah, you're pissed. Why can't you be? If you're good friends, you can be pissed.
Yeah.
Be
All right.
disappointed in him.
All right.
That's all.
It happens all the time, though.
And especially with this one's away at college thing, you're just no longer connected.
My prom date died.
She killed herself?
How dare you? No, she died of natural causes at the age of 22, 23.
Hey, you know what? There are no natural causes of death at 22.
They're not? Well, I mean, what do you have? You have a heart attack. I mean, she had
No.
she was like she had a bad heart or bad something. She wasn't doing drugs or anything. Totally straight in aerobics class. Pow.
Oh, so she had some sort of congenital heart defect.
Yeah.
That's not natural cause.
You don't call that natural causes?
Natural cause means
hold
part
on.
of the aging process.
Listen, son of Tard. Something gives out.
Then all death
when
is
you die.
all death is natural process. Then
all death that's not
That's
caused
not by
that's not
traumatic or drugs.
or that is induced by, let's say, inhaling asbestos or
Drugs,
something.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I know it sounds weird to say a 22 or 23-year-old died of natural causes, but it was self-contained. It wasn't through anything she ingested. No one ran her over.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fine. That's fine.
Sounds natural to me.
That's
not a good. Maybe 50 years before she needed to go.
If she had cancer, they wouldn't have said, "Oh, natural cause." They would have said, "Oh, she died of cancer."
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Natural
what about that? I mean, what
convention.
about your? I mean, she had a.
No, I agree with your definition. If you're
All right.
that holds.
She, this girl, sweet as sugar, beautiful, smart, went to UCSB, University of Santa Barbara, over there, graduated, beautiful, good looking, smart, whole thing. Was like at some aerobics class. Had a little heart pain, went to her doctor, doctor told her, hey, take it easy,
Wow.
kind of thing. I think 6 months later, back in aerobic class, dropped dead.
Yeesh. Oof.
Yeah, 23 or something.
Awful.
Yeah. All right. Thank God she didn't have any sex with me at that prom.
Well, these are wonderful stories.
Really?
You know where Huell Hauser was today?
No.
He was in Calexico.
No.
You know where Calexico is?
Down by the border?
This is the southernmost city in California. Oh, yeah. You know what they do in Calexico?
Nothing.
Nothing!
Yeah.
So this is the Mexican border. Yeah, it is, Huell. And this is California here. That's right, Huel. So if I stand over here, I'm in Mexico. That's right, Huel. All right? And now if I come back here, you're in California, Huel. I'm in California. California! But if I straddle the border, well, I'm half in Mexico and half in California. And I'm in hell.
Watching.
I'm in hell watching.
All
this,
the viewers are in hell.
Yeah, he was in Calexico. He went to the southernmost city in California, and he went
Vancouver.
to the northern.
Went up to Vancouver, Washington, or something.
He went to Eureka, but no,
yeah.
this wasn't even Eureka. This was, but they grew a lot of horseradish there. Horseradish. Oh, he went to the horseradish festival.
Stop.
Too.
Ah!
I had to see it.
Let's go.
It is grand and beautiful.
And you'll be glad to know I talk about you when you're not around. I then called Jimmy and said, can you believe Dr. Drew does not know who Huel Hauser is? And Drew went, he grew up in L.A.
Jimmy said that.
Yes, sorry. And I said, yes, he did. And he went, holy Christ. And then I went, he doesn't know who Steve Largent is either. And he went, oh, my God.
Oh, that probably blew his mind.
And he blew his mind. And then I got to Doug Henning, and then he, fell over. All right, we'll be back after this. Yeah. Loveline. That's right, babies. Daddy's home. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191.
What?
I want to talk about Jehovah for just a couple of minutes.
Oh, please.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'm done. Stacy,
Yeah.
you're 24 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I was just thinking about vices, Drew.
Yeah.
Listener sent us a big box of chocolate and a porno movie. And it was funny because I'd had at myself probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
So there was the porn movie. There was the big box of chocolates. The porn movie, I glanced at it for a second, yeah, okay, give me that chocolate. Dug right in the chocolate. Then there'll be, but there,
a different night.
There'll come a day.
Yeah.
Quiet, my precious. My penis is talking. Yes, there'll come a day when I look at the box of chocolate, after a big meal, and look at the porno movie, and it's going to be a whole different vibe going on. It's interesting how that works, isn't it?
Satiating biological drives that we're talking about here.
Yes, I opened the porn movie the same time I opened the box of chocolate, and the porn movie did 0 for me.
Were we talking about chimpanzees? This would be no surprise to us.
That's right.
Yeah, a fed chimpanzee and a socially deprived chimpanzee.
Thank you.
Might go for the porn.
Thank you, and how dare you. Stacy?
Yeah.
You're 24 now. What's up?
Well, I guess I'm getting really nervous. I've been with my boyfriend for about 7 years, probably, and it's been off and on, of course, and I've had some emotional struggles. And
why?
I can tell you right off the bat, I probably need AA and just counseling, because I grew up in an alcoholic family, had sex at 11.
Oh, boy.
Just started off, but I grew up real fast, and I could figure out what was going on. But when it comes to making, this lifetime decision, I'm really torn.
What decision?
About getting married.
Oh, about getting married.
Right.
Does he want to get married?
Yeah, he does, but I guess, throughout the things that I've done to him, he's unsure that I'm going to be, who I am right now.
So who's pushing the issue?
Back to cheating on him and stuff like that.
Who's pushing the marriage issue?
Well, it's kind of weird because my mom died almost, a year ago this month. And so I've really wanted to have kids. I grew up kind of quickly in that year. And I need to replace that love, I think.
No, that is listen, that is not a reason to have kids.
Yeah.
Stop right now.
You have kids, you want someone to mow the lawn and someone to cuddle.
I want to give that. I miss that love, and I want to provide that.
No. You raise a kid because...
What are you getting at, Drew?
Well, you raise a kid when you're ready to give to that child whatever that child needs.
Right.
Not to replace something you need.
It's not like
not to act. No, not to act out something empty in your life, some needs that you have. It's not about you. It's about the other person, the child. Your needs need to be completely...
I totally agree with you because I was dead set against having a kid before my mom died. But I swear to God, it changed something in me, and I'm ready now. Even if it's, I don't know.
I did have a boyfriend through me and this boyfriend breaking up. Probably, I don't know, I guess it was about 6 months ago. We got back together. But he stole from me and stuff, and I realized that I really know who this person is, and I really love him, and I don't.
What? Wait, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Oh boy!
But anyway, he stole from me, and I realized I really know who this person is, and I really love him.
He stole from me,
and he fenced some earrings I had, and it brought us closer together. And there was some Grand Theft Auto, some larceny, and he's one who I feel that we're kindred spirits. He committed insurance fraud on my account,
and that's what I'm solidified.
And do you believe in soulmates? Because after a dropped arson charge, we... Well, this is love, all right.
Mm.
Well, she said stole from me, and I love him in the same breath. What did he steal from you, Stacy? Your dignity?
Money and things like that. This is not the boyfriend that I want to marry.
Oh, this is the other guy.
Right.
Uh-huh. Why?
But I left to go out with this guy.
Why did the new guy steal from you?
He was just too young, and he was running from some problems, and I jumped right in and wanted to save him.
Yeah, he's a drug addict.
And I
he's a drug addict he's a drug addict just like Dad.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
What?
You still got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
You're not near done.
I know.
You ain't close to being a good mom. You got a lot of S to sort through before you're going to be a good mommy.
Yeah, I think and I think a lot of it is I'm just giving up on trying to sort through all the.
Yeah, well, get
now.
back on it and stop looking for distractions like kids and rings and marriage and all that. You're looking for a distraction.
Well, he asked me to marry him 4 years ago, and I was dragging my feet, and now all of a sudden I'm ready, but he's doubting it. And so
good.
That's why you're ready magically. 'Cause he doesn't want you anymore.
Listen, just please
slow down. Slow down.
Everyone, here is your goal, everyone. Your goal is not to screw your kids up as bad as your parents screwed you up. And the only way to do that is to get your crap in order, your emotional affairs. Get lighten your load as much as humanly possible. You'll never have an empty trunk, but lighten it as much as you possibly can for the long journey into parenthood.
Yeah.
And if you're dragging a bunch of crap, you're going to lay it. Here's the deal. My analogy. Parenthood is like a long trek up a Himalayan mountain, okay? And you cannot drag your full trunk. If your trunk is heaping with stuff and you have kids, guess what? You got to pile some of it on them so they can help schlep it up the mountain.
And
you need a light overnight backpack, not a steamer trunk full of crap.
Or marry a family of Sherpas.
Or marry Sherpa guides. Exactly my point.
That's what I figured.
Megan?
Yeah, hi.
You're 16. What's up?
Well, about a month ago, I had sex for the first time with my boyfriend. And then about a week and a half later, when I should have started my period, I instead started spotting. And then...
Are you pregnant?
Well, so that's what I don't know, because then maybe a week and a half later, I had a yeast infection. So that leads us up to now. And, I don't feel that I am, but, there's always a possibility. And also, when I try to masturbate or something like that, I will start to, feel like I'm going to orgasm, but then I don't.
And how does that connect with what you've been experiencing lately?
I don't know. But that's just
Was the experience unpleasant in some way? Was the experience unpleasant in some way?
Well, I don't know. It was kind of because it was my first time, and it was, all weird, and,
Are you upset about that?
I don't want to say upset, because...
Disturbed?
What?
Disturbed?
Well, no. I learn from every experience that I go through. So I learned something from that. I might have jumped into something too soon.
Which pretty much...
Well, I'm looking at the porn box now because I've had my fill of chocolate and the semen is starting to gather in my testes and my scrotum sac. I'm moving on now. Sort of a vice.
Yeah, in order.
Starting to think about booze and porno now.
Oh, Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I haven't really listened to Megan's question. Did you get her straightened out?
She had sex for the first time, unprotected, started spotting afterwards when she would normally have her period. Might have been a period, might have been first trimester bleeding. And now when she masturbates, she can't orgasm. Are you there?
Yeah. You know what's weird? When you, the credits on porn movies are always funny. Always funny, when they talk about, like, the sound guy's Dick Boomer, stuff like that.
Right.
The key grip is Dork Diggler and stuff like that. And it's like, when I ever see that in a porn movie, ever watch the credits?
Is it on the back there?
Yeah, the sound was done. They'll give the credits. They'll give the sound. No, not on this. When you watch the movie, you'll see the credits. You'll see the sound guy. You'll see like an AD or second AD. You'll see a gaffer. And
why do they even put
that's okay?
Yeah.
This is my point.
Yeah.
They don't use the real name.
Why have credits?
Who's watching a porn movie and going, this Dick Nibbler? This guy's one hell of a gaffer. I want to get this Dick Nibbler. Bob, pick up the phone, get Dick Nibbler on it, and I want him on my next production.
Or do they keep those names as they go from movie to movie? You know what I mean? Maybe it's some code they use.
You must have to keep your same name, otherwise why bother? But it's like if I made a movie and the credits rolled around and it didn't say Adam Carolla, instead my name was Jack Mehoff. It'd be like, why bother? Even better. These guys aren't on camera. You never see them. I guess you just become familiar with Dick Gobbler's work or something. And you really appreciate it. One hell. Hey, maybe one of the best sound men and gaffers, boom men in the business, Dick Gobbler. We got to get him on our next production. I'm telling you, you watch this
or
movie,
maybe they think they're producing some sort of comedic comment, and so they cast the tech guys based on the names.
No, I don't think that's the way it works. I don't think that's the way it works.
Megan?
Yeah.
So we don't really understand what's going on here,
Well,
except that it wasn't a great experience.
No.
And you might be pregnant.
Well, that's what else. It's like it maybe lasted for a half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I had to go.
Go what?
What?
Go where?
I had to leave.
Oh,
I
I
had to
see.
go home.
Nice.
And because because I was like, I'd be home by 4 o'clock, yada, yada, yada. And then, so he didn't, like, orgasm or come that I know of.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
You didn't use protection, right?
No. All right. Here
So,
we go.
again, it may just be the unpleasantness of the whole thing that's got her sort of shut down.
I was reading the porn box. Jeremy?
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yeah, hey, it's really an honor to talk to you guys.
It's good to talk to you, Jeremy.
Hey, thanks for giving me the time. All right, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a story really quick, all right?
All right.
Pretty much 4 years ago, my parents got divorced. My dad moved out here to L.A., which I am here now. And probably about 2 years ago, my dad ended up getting a roommate, all right? You guys following me?
Yep.
All right, so this whole time...
Kind of like you and Jimmy, see?
Huh?
How dare you make fun of my lover?
So this whole time I'm thinking it's a roommate. So my plan is come out here to L.A., go to college, have a good time with my dad because I spent the 4 years with my mom. So I do that. So about a month goes by. I came out here in August, and about a month goes by, and I notice how things are kind of weird around here. So I kind of confront my dad. I just say, listen, is this a little bit more of a roommate? So he goes in this big story, and pretty much he just comes out of the closet.
Okay.
All right, now, I'm a heterosexual male, and, I mean, just...
But your dad isn't.
Huh?
Your dad isn't.
No, I know, he isn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be going gay any day now.
Honestly, that's what I'm afraid of.
Oh, Jeremy, please.
Yeah, it's like male pattern baldness.
You're gay.
It's hereditary.
Well,
Drew?
I'll tell you what.
Sure.
No.
Honestly, ever since I found this out, I mean, I'm not feeling very manly. I just want to know, like, what to do, you know? I mean...
Hey, listen. Your parents did an amazingly good job raising you. You sound like a pretty well put together guy. You can have open discussions with your dad. You realize something funny. You know, first of all, you can comfortable living in both environments.
Wait a minute. Don't have too many open discussions with your dad.
Yeah, but the point is he can do it. He can sit down and go, hey, something's not right here, Dad. And Dad tells him. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And coming from a broken family where there's a lot of serious issues going on, I mean, it could have been a mess.
Yeah.
And they sound like they did a great job with you.
Well, you know how it is. You come home, I smell ass. Dad, have you been sodomizing again? You know, it goes
This makes Jeremy feel better.
Okay.
Well, let me be honest with you guys, though. I mean, personally, I think I have a rather high self-esteem. And,
Yeah, I'm saying they did a great job.
Yeah, I'm just worried that, like, this is going to eat me up.
No,
if I don't
no, you got to get.
Dad's fine.
Yeah, you got to just get over this.
Listen, don't you watch TV? Everyone's gay.
Yeah, well, by the way,
they're having the time of their lives.
By the way, Adam, what's his name? The guy on TV on public access.
Fuel Hauser.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I saw that for the first time today coming out to California. And, oh, my Lord.
Where was he?
Northern California.
Now, Jeremy, that could put you at risk.
Where was he in Northern California? Where was that?
What was it called? It was called, like, something with a T.
Horseradish, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Am I right? Could this not be the issue for him? This could be more of a problem with Dad being gay.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's kind of bothered me, though, but I just don't know how to deal with it.
Well, keep talking to your dad. Keep some good buddies around you can talk to.
Yeah, don't have good buddies. Are you kidding?
Most of this, frankly, is you being 18.
Yeah, you're confused.
Yeah, everything freaks you out at 18. And
if I told my buddies that my dad was gay when I was 18, hanging around them, feeding frenzy.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, but you feel better as a result of it.
You think so?
Yeah.
My buddies would have brought that up every second day and would still be bringing it up.
But you realize
right now.
how ridiculous you were for, like, obsessing about it. Because
I don't know. I don't know if I'd bring it up with my buddies.
All right.
Not that, listen, Gay Dad's fine. I'm telling you, it's like a sitcom plot. I mean, every third TV show's got a gay dad on it now, and it's great. But here's the deal. I wouldn't bring this up with my buddies. Your buddies if your buddies are like my buddies, they'll give you a razzing.
Yeah, but not everybody hung out with a bunch of animals like you did. So.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't hang out with animals?
My friends didn't poo on each other. Didn't pee on each other.
Come again?
Didn't pee on.
Didn't pee on each other?
Not with such regularity, anyway.
Huh?
Yeah, just the occasional sort of flip.
Tell me when your buddies never crapped in your ski beanie and handed it back to you?
Nope, never had that pleasure.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. They never took a crap on your carpet right in front of your back door when you were living in a garage? Your dad stepped in it when he walked into the room? Nope. Never did that? Never just took a leak on your mattress so when you got home at night you just a huge puddle of urine on your back? Just literally stood over your mattress and relieved themselves?
Why?
Never had that happen?
Oh, my God.
Does that never happen?
My cat doesn't do that, okay?
All right, you tell me when your friends never filled his ass up with water, jacuzzi, and tried to squirt it at you? No? Really? I don't believe that. Not for a second. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. We'll be back after this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It is Loveline. Adam Carolla. Dr. Drew over there.
You know, Adam and I always urinate together in the bathroom. And I was regaled with urine stories. I noticed I did one of those things.
Oh, did I do the shiver?
Yeah, just talking about all the activities you used to engage in.
I do the shiver only when I urinate amongst others.
Oh, you were talking about your experiences as a youngster with your friends peeing on you.
I've been peed on a few times. Let me tell you kids something. It's a humbling experience. You know, like a lot of people talk about bottoming out, you know, losing a battle with drugs or alcohol, losing their job, getting divorced, that kind of stuff, being humbled.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, it's being urinated on maybe 95, 100 times, something like that. It's been some months.
He was telling me that he would sit at a table and, like at a Denny's, they'd be sitting across the table and they'd be talking in earnest and all of a sudden realize that Chris or Ray would be across the table peeing on them, under the table.
Yeah.
In the middle of
they'd pee on your light. You wouldn't know it.
Busy restaurant.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Was not pretty.
It's just not normal. There's something wrong.
I just thought monkeys must think it's funny too.
I mean, did you think it was normal? Did you think everybody did that?
No, I knew other people didn't do it by their reaction when Ray did it to them. Oh my God. They seemed outraged.
Oh my God.
It was self-defense, It was like if you ever hang around these guys, you had to fight fire with fire. You had no choice. They peed on you, you peed back. You had no choice. You couldn't back down. You become a sponge.
Okay, now, after everything dies down
right.
and you're covered with pee,
right?
Don't you just think, that was silly?
Yeah, you do kind of wish you hadn't been urinated on. Yeah, you do.
Well, how'd you clean your cars out and stuff when you've been peeing at pee war?
Well, thank God my dad always went with the vinyl interior.
I see.
He didn't break down, actually get the car that had the $8 worth of mat in it.
Right.
And I remember once when I was driving my buddy Chris home from his job working the cookie cart over at the Fashion Square in Sherman Oaks.
Oh, my God.
I picked him up. I was driving my dad. My dad had like a 76 Rabbit. 4-speed, no air, and pure vinyl interior. I'm talking about vinyl seats, vinyl floor mats, vinyl headliner. This car was made to be urinated in. It was really, I think that's what the salesman told him. This baby could hold a gallon of elephant whiz, and no one would know it. I was driving Chris home. I was driving from work. I picked him up. I was driving home from work. I was driving down Riverside Drive. Next thing you know, a big blast of urine went right by me. I looked down. The guy sitting in the passenger seat was peeing on me. And I don't mean peeing like you think. I mean shooting urine with a special technique he developed it actually called brewing.
Oh my God!
And I'm trying to drive a car and dodge urine as I'm driving. Now, thank God, I'm holding a large root beer. I dumped it was in a cup. I dumped this root beer on his head. He then threw whatever he was drinking on my head.
Oh, that's good.
And then continued urinating. And, it's like I opened my dad's car door and urine and root beer just came flooding out of the thing. I had to hose I had to go to like a car wash and hose my dad's interior.
The Simpsons need to do an episode on this. Really?
Hey, this is, I'm telling you a light story. I'm telling you, Chris doesn't even remember this one. This ain't going down as in the top 50. This is what you call light. This is nothing. This is a weekday.
Did their parents not change their diapers or something when they were infants?
I don't know who decided. Basically, here's the story. Here's how it works. And we got accused of many things. People thought there was homosexual overtones to this. How dare they? We got accused of a lot of things. And believe me, there was rumors going around. But here's the bottom line, and here's how I explain it to people. When you're a young teenage lad, especially when everyone's on the football team, your job is to beat up on your buddy.
Yeah.
And these guys were both 215 pounds and nothing but muscle, and I was 210 pounds, and we beat the crap out of each other just nonstop. That's what teenage guys do.
Yeah.
And if spitting on your buddy is a 3, then on him, that's a 7.
In the natural progression, you start with spitting, and you just move along.
You work your way up.
Yeah, you just move along.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you about the 9s and 10s one day.
One day?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
You don't know the half of it. The point is abuse at all costs.
All right, let's go.
And we abuse.
I want to hear 9.
All right, we'll be back.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191.